Hello, my friends. Welcome. This is Cavo coming to you with another video. And this video is my first in a line of a series that I've been wanting to do, and I call it You Can Only Pick Three. Now, the inspiration to these videos that I'm going to be putting together really has to do with connecting current kids, or even people maybe, 80s, 90s, now we're in the 2000s, that do not know what we would say in the vinyl community is, oh my God, how do you not know this, right? When we pick out, the Wall, and we get into it and describe it and go into depth and just everything Roger Waters did, and and Gilmore on guitar and all that stuff. We get so excited, and people that have no idea about Pink Floyd, much less The Wall, are like, what? So this series is about trying to take just 3 songs from any album that you pick. And if those were the ones that you wanted to enlighten new people about from a particular album that an artist or band did, which one would it be? And it doesn't have to be the hits, right? To me, it needs to represent that particular album or that artist at that time, and the mood of the song, and how much it engages you. And in particular, the album that I'm about to do, I'm going to leave the number 1 hit out, because I don't think it necessarily represents this artist. And I chose as my first album that I'm going to do. It's not the album my favorite, but it's definitely my favorite artist, and that is Mr. John Lennon. And the album that I just randomly chose, his 5th studio album, Walls and Bridges. Released September 1974. Hey, 74, what a great year. The year I was born, so it had to be great. Yes. But an amazing album overall. Love this album. But once again, I'm only going to pick 3 that represent John Lennon, 3 represent this album, and 3 that will hopefully attract newer audiences. Which ones is it going to be? My first is going to be number 9, Dream. Absolutely love this song. And like I said, this doesn't have to be, these are my favorite songs on here, right? Does it represent John? Absolutely. Not only was the line of the Abawakawa Bose came in a dream, the voice. John has so many songs where his voice just resonates and echoes. And I mean, goodness, I go all the way back to Anna with that voice, to obviously Tomorrow Never Knows, Strawberry Fields, Day in the Life, right? Just haunting ways that it goes through, at least for me, my soul. And it's an amazing. And I think in this number 9, Dream, it feels like you're in this dreamlike state. The way he sings it just is amazing, right? And I love the fact that his, girlfriend at the time during this Lost weekend, May Pang, was actually used on this song. And, but of course she was so shy that she had to be put in another kind of closed off room where no one could look at and see her. And, she whispers, John, etc. But anyway, that's the first song. The second song on Walls and Bridges that I will be choosing has to do with Bless You. Now, when I say bless you, I'm not Gesundheit, right? Not salud, but seriously, bless you. And this, John even states he thought it was his best one on this album. And he's talking about Yoko in this, but just the melody, the phraseology, of course, John, such a great poet. Everything just comes together in that song. And I feel like it just represents him, what he was going through. And I think people should be listening to it. So where are we going? Last one. Third song. To me, it has to be Nobody Loves You When You're Down and Out. And Nobody Loves You When You're Down and Out, obviously, definitely represented John at this time, right? He's in LA. He's drinking a bit too much, a wee bit too much, and he gets out of control. But it does represent that he knew he was going through these bad, hard times in his life. He knew many times when he went out, he was being kind of a jerk because he was drinking too much. But during these down, dark times that he was having, who were his friends? Who were the people that he could rely on, right? And because of that, I think the song obviously talks to John himself, but to me, it represents me in my life, or our lives in general, because it is during those dark, heavy times that we can differentiate the true friends in our life and the people that maybe are parasitic, that are just hanging around. Maybe they just want to live off of your life force. But no matter, I love lines, where he's talking about, I'll scratch your back and you scratch mine. But then later on, it's, I scratch your back and you knife mine. Or where he's saying that they only love you when you're 6 foot in the ground, right? That they start to remember you and love you and maybe think of you in a different way only when you're dead. Which hopefully, with today's everything that goes on, maybe it's another indication how, the pandemic and everything, how we need to reach out and make sure that we take care of the ones that we profess to love. So with that, that's the first video of You Only Get 3. Which 3 would you pick from John Lennon's 5th studio album, 1974, Walls and Bridges? Would you have picked 3 different ones? Which ones do you think represent John, this album, that would attract the new listener? Let me know in the comments below. Please give a like, because we all like. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll be continuing this line of You Only Get 3. I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.